Hello, my mighty friends. How's it going, everyone? Tim here, and I am going to do another Halloween-related video, and it's going to be my top 15 favorite Treehouse of Horror specials. Now, not the segments, the specials. So I'll just tell you my favorite segments in the specials. And again, these are just my opinion. Not the biggest fan of the modern age of Simpsons, but you still have some really good specials as well. And that's the only time that I'll wait for a Treehouse of Horror special, because I don't know, they're not. A lot of times the Treehouse of Horrors aren't bad at all. But then there's ones I'm not a fan of, but I'm not going to talk about them. I'm going to talk about the ones I like, the ones I love. Top 15. Let's do this. 15 is 24. 24 was a cool one. This was the one with Cat in the Hat. 14 is 3. The Child's Play segment. I really, the one, the parody, Child's Play parody segment I really liked. 10, number 13 is 10, and that is the one with I Know What You Did Last Summer. Parody of that was really fun. Next is 18 with the Blob parody. I Married a Blob. Next is 28. Really wonderful Coraline segment that I always found really fun. Number 1 is number 10 is number 1. Because of Kang and Kodos. I love Kang and Kodos. On the list, both on the list of some of my favorite characters of the show. Number 9 is 19. It's a Grand Pumpkin Millhouse. I think you had the Mr. and Mrs. Smith parody. You had the intro, which I think they do every time around election, is the the election, where Homer is trying to vote for Barack Obama, and he's just messing with the slots, and really cool, really weird, and just a really fun intro. Number 8 is episode 666. Treehouse of Horrors episode. Treehouse of Horrors 30. The really cool Stranger Things segment was really fun. Number 7 is Treehouse of Horrors 2, The Bart Zone. Next is Treehouse of Horrors 4. I really liked the parody of the Nightmare at 20,000 feet was really fun. Next is Treehouse of Horror 5. That Shining parody was a really fun one. Next is, and I think this was when they did the Burger King toys. They did the Burger King toys twice. I think one for this, and I think the one for the 13th. I like the 13th one. It just wasn't it didn't fit in this list. And that is Treehouse of Horrors 12, Whiz Kids, that really cool Harry Potter parody segment. Next is Treehouse of Horrors 9, Terror of Tiny Toon. Really cool segment, and really fun to watch. Next is one of the few times you see for a friggin' show with more than 700 episodes, the coolest thing is the I love shows as like cartoons with when they kind of go into the other realm, like Kablam and what was SpongeBob. But I always thought that was a really cool thing. But I'll get to my number one at that from that, and then like I know the did the opening intro, but I'll get to that. Especially on childhood thoughts. I'll get to the intro one day. Next is Trails of Horrors 11, and it's the Scary Tales Can Come True with the Grim Tales it was a Grim Tales parody where they the three bears eat Goldilocks. And I remember laughing really hard. I remember watching these the day they like premiered since, since I can remember. Yeah, I remember the one 1999 they did it was like watch I always like the scary names, and one was like Matt watch Futurama growing was that was really cool. Number one is Treehouse of Horror 6, and it is the one with I just call it 3D Homer, or just Homer, Little Girl Lost from Twilight Zone. I love that's my favorite segment of every Treehouse of Horror special, because he goes into another realm, and I love when different characters in a show that you watch goes to a completely different dimension, and I wish there was more, because there was one thing I did not like where Homer goes to Homer's in the 3D realm, and he goes from the 3D realm, drops down to the real world, and exotic cakes. It would have been a lot cooler and funnier and just better, in my opinion, if it was Dan Castellaneta himself. You could put him on his you could put a fat suit, whatever. That would, in my opinion, that would have been a lot cooler if it was Dan Castellaneta as Homer. My opinion, but still, it's my number one favorite of the segments. That's just my little nitpick, but I still love it, and that's that.